Hey, this is Jason the Old Millennial. I'm doing an impromptu video. It's kind of late and getting kind of late at night at here in Kansas, but I really wanted to jump on and do a video tonight because I just finished reading this book called Suicide Rumour by Michael Zahra or Zahra. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your last name, Mike, because we just call you Mike, Mike Z. But Michael, or Mike is, I know him, really good friend of mine. He has a channel on YouTube called Did You See That? Uh, Really great channel. He has, almost 2,000 subscribers at this point. Um, yeah, and I've been on that channel quite a lot. I've been on Z Talks, which he has a live stream on Thursdays, usually. So, some Thursdays he'll have a live stream. And I've been honored enough that he lets me go on there and chat and talk about movies and stuff like that. Anyways, I just finished his book. He just published it. I'm guessing self-published it probably through Amazon or something. You can get it on Kindle for like $1 or something like that. It doesn't cost any money. If you have a Kindle, you can get this. It's only about 77 pages, so it's a short book. Kind of, I don't know if you want to call it a short story, whatever, how that goes. But anyway, so it's a pretty quick read. Doesn't take too long to get through it. But yeah, I bought this as soon as I could. Of course, I got the book and started reading it, and I got finished it. Just finished it right now, so I just wanted to get on and just say, man, what a good job, Mike. I mean, man, this is a really good book. And I do read a lot. You can see I have a bookshelf behind me, and I've showcased. I like to read fantasy. I read quite a bit of fantasy books lately, but I have a lot of autobiographies. Or biographies, I should say, and autobiographies. I love biographies. Probably my favorite kind of genre, maybe. I love history books. I read a lot of history books. Anyways, that's the kind of stuff I read. This book, Suicide Rumour, it's not the normal book that I would read. It's a fictional story. It's not a true story. It's, one that Mike kind of made up. And it's a dramatic, obviously, you look at the title there, Suicide Rumour, and the girl crying. You can probably tell it's a fairly dramatic book. I'm not sure if that's the best way to explain it, but definitely a lot of drama in the book. And so it's not the kind of book I normally read. But Mike did just absolutely amazing job here with this book. I won't give anything away in the book, but you can see by the title of the book, it does deal with suicide is a big part of the subject matter of this book. And so it's a very tough subject matter to talk about and to, read about. And, it's something that impacts all of us, I think. And so, yeah, so dealing with that kind of subject matter, you kind of know kind of what you're going to get into. So definitely if that kind of subject matter, maybe it's hard read for you, it triggers you in some way. So just take that in consideration for the book. But yeah, really, really well written. Mike did such a great job. It's his first book he ever published. And yeah, to me, I thought he just nailed it. And he talks about at the very beginning about there is an issue of suicide, of course. He talks about in England because he's from England, but also the United States, and especially amongst men. He talks about at the beginning, actually, before the story starts, which I really appreciate him kind of talking about. The issue there, that definitely a big issue in England and in America, and something that it's very sad, and you hate to see it. So I appreciate him bringing that up, and, people need to get help, obviously. A lot of people have, mental issues. Considering anxiety and depression and all that, that can lead to suicide. Anyway, so just say, yeah, I appreciate Mike doing that and bringing a lot of awareness to that subject matter through that beginning. Anyways, yeah, and so this book tells the story of this girl, I want to say a teenage girl, like maybe high school age, and some stuff happens to her during the story. Some traumatic events, kind of, I guess you can say, I'll just say, happens to her, and she's kind of going through some tough times in the book. Not to say there's no like humor in it. I mean, he does bring some lighter moments every once in a while in it. Obviously, there's some heavy moments, there's some lighter moments in it. But like I said, really well done, I thought. And I was, yeah, I just like, man, I was like reading, I'm like, wow, my friend Mike, he's an author. Like, it read like, a professional author would write a book. I thought he did such a good job. And he talks about the different relationships she has with her brother and her parents, and with, bullies at school and her friends and stuff like that. And kind of goes through this moment in her life in high school, I guess, where she's going through some tough times anyways. And I can't say much more than that about the plot, but that's kind of what the plot is. It was interesting. I like the main character. I think her name is Jennifer Orange, I believe. She works at like a video game store. So, and I know Mike, he plays some video games. I play video games. So I did like the video game references quite a bit throughout. I caught on pretty good on those, because I knew all the references. And so there's lots of talks about playing video games or talking about video games. I enjoyed that. Of course, we're both, kind of nerds when it comes to, pop culture stuff. So really well done there. I enjoyed all that quite a bit. Yeah, and the story, flowed very well. Like I said, it's a very good pace because it's only 77 pages, so it goes through pretty quickly. Doesn't linger anywhere. Doesn't get boring in any parts or anything like that. I think it flowed very well as a book. One funny thing to me, I don't know. It's interesting because Mike is writing about the main character is a female. Of course, Mike's not a female. So it's kind of interesting, hearing him, doing someone of a different gender. And I don't know how much, is that what women really are like? I don't know. But one of the things is she talks about like some guy who likes her, and she says to her, and she's talking to her friend or something, and she says something about, I can't date him because he's in the friend zone. Like, he's already gotten to the friend zone, so we can't date. And I was like, reading that, I was like, I wonder, do women really talk that way? I've heard of friend zone. I know that's a thing, you get friend zoned, and I don't think guys do that. I think that must be just a girl thing. Now I think about it, they as a guy, you can get into the friend zone, and then you have no luck of making it with that girl. And it made me think back in my high school days, like I was like, how many times did I get friend zoned by a girl? And I had no idea. I'm starting to rethink my life and think, gosh, I think that girl friend zoned me. And it made me kind of sad inside. Like, oh my gosh, I probably got friend zoned a lot. That's why girls didn't go out with me. I was too nice and I got friend zoned. Anyways, that's just a thing. I found kind of funny when I was reading the book. Anyways, but great job, Mike. Like I said, at the end, I will say it was emotional. I cried. I actually had some tears. Very emotional. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to give anything away. Just say it's an emotional book. And I definitely got emotional during it. And there's definitely two, I want to say, kind of twists in the book that I wasn't sure where the book was going. And then something happened and it kind of surprised me. So I say good job there, Mike. That's a good, I think, level of writing if you kind of surprised me in the story and did something that I didn't think was going to happen. So very good. I hope you write more stuff, Mike, and I hope to get you on my channel, maybe to interview and talk about the book maybe a little bit and your process of writing it, because I really, really enjoyed it, Mike, and good job. Congratulations on this book. And everybody, I really recommend it to everybody. Check it out, $1 on Kindle, give a good rating on it for Mike. Mike's just an amazing guy. Not only a great YouTuber, a great YouTube channel. He's a good author. He acted in a movie. He was in a movie, not when you saw in the theater, but on like Amazon Prime, I think you can catch it, called The Secret Scene. And Mike has a major part in that movie. So you could even go, Tubi, Amazon Prime, somewhere, and watch my friend Mike on the screen anyway. So, so cool. He's done so much this last year. Actor, author, YouTuber, he got engaged. So, I mean, great year for Mike. And so happy for him. besides being just one of my best friends I've ever had, and always supportive and there for me. Anyways, I know I'm rambling on, but just, like I said, I just read it and just wanted to say something, review the book and talk about Mike and how much I appreciate him and appreciate, this book that he wrote about a difficult subject matter. Did a real good job there. But yeah, so support Mike. If you haven't, of course, definitely check out his YouTube channel. Did you see that? Buy this book on Kindle. I don't think you regret it. So that's all I want to say. Good job, Mike, and I hope this helps you out in some way and helps support you and all that. So thank you. Hope everybody has a good night.